Now, let's talk about some serious shit. And I'm talking serious MMA. I'm talking serious organizations. And I'm talking about shit that makes fucking Dana White go like this. World Series of Fighting, son!
Okay.
It's terrible.
It is terrible, actually.
George, did it almost not happen?
Yes,
this is the World Series of Fighting.
Here's what happened. The World Series of Fighting went to New Jersey to have their last event. But the problem is when you're a new promoter in a new area and you think that this area works the same as the last, you're sorely mistaken. Because I don't know if any of you people live in a union state, and by what I mean by that is if you try to get anything done, and by anything, you have to go through the union. That's New Jersey and Pennsylvania to a T.
But before you go on any further, you know what's even more important that they should do right now? You guys need to march in the H.H. Gregg. Now we're done. Okay, go ahead.
Why would they want to march in the H.H. Gregg?
Because they're giving away free televisions through the entire NCAA tournament.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. 64 televisions to be exact. And the tournament is still going on, as you guys probably know. So you might want to go over to hhgregg.com/march and get a free television.
And if it's one of those web-enabled TVs,
yes,
just go to our website while you're in the store, put it on all the TVs, and walk out.
Yeah. Good stuff. Us cussing. Okay, now go.
Basically what happened, World Series of Fighting rolled up into New Jersey and thought they were going to do it the same. Yeah, thought everything worked the same as another state, and it didn't. And the event almost didn't go off because they didn't get all the right permits and pay all the right people, and you know. Yeah,
he could be end up like Hoffa.
Yeah, looking
Where's
for
Hoffa?
50-yard line.
Okay.
Jets, Giants.
Meadowlands.
So anyway, they had the World Series of Fighting. This was, in my opinion, I watched it. It wasn't as good as their first World Series of Fighting event. So hopefully the third one's better than the second one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny because I will say this: they were happy with their numbers.
Yeah,
they were excited about their numbers. And I'm gonna scroll through our notes because we don't, you know, I mean, but this, wow, where did it go, George? Okay, maybe I won't scroll through no. They had 210,000 live viewers. And they were happy with that shit. Because that was almost twice as much as they had the last time on ABC. And then they said when they redid it, they had, you know, I guess the average. No, they said they had even more than, okay, no, 332,000 live viewers.
That's because the shit's free. Their biggest problem is it's on the NBC Sports Network. And unless you're paying attention, this shit is not advertised. It's not marketed. You literally have to be in the know.
You have to be watching the NBC Sports Network to know about that.
Or you need to be trolling an MMA website.
I will say this, though. The funny thing that I was like, dude, what do you think about Andrei Arlovski? I think he should just quit.
Needs to just stop.
Because you basically got beat by a big welterweight.
He got beat by the Pillsbury Dough, man. He looked Anthony Johnson decided, but that also speaks to how hard Andrei Arlovski can still hit. Because Anthony Rumble Johnson, if you don't know, he managed to eat his way from 170 to heavyweight. That was the main fight on this. It was Andrei Arlovski versus Anthony Rumble Johnson, the guy who used to fight at 170 pounds.
Rumble Stillskin Johnson got him. Okay,
right, but he sat there and said, "I'm going to fight at 205 now." That's what Anthony Johnson said. He's like, "I'm not fucking with these heavyweights," because Andrei Arlovski is a small heavyweight.
Yeah. And Andrei Arlovski had claimed that Freddie Roach, I don't know how he said, was messing him up, dealing with Freddie Roach and having Freddie Roach work with his hands, had Freddie Roach hands. Stop. Look, okay. Now we're going to get a bunch of hate mail, and you're going to get it. I don't. See, I have to co-sign that George acted retarded. Okay, this ain't me.
Can we just shake the rest of the segment out?
Okay, real quick, we'll do that. But he was saying that hurt him. You know, I mean, you know, I try to make him fly straight. Everybody just goes off course and shit. Anyway,
it's hard to fly straight.
It is.
You just can't get everything lined up.
But anyway, guys, get excited because there will be a World Series of Fighting 3. If these guys have it, it just probably won't be in New Jersey.
Support them. Try to, dude. The big knock on it was they panned down the Andrei Arlovski, and you look at his gloves, and you know what it said on the back of his fighting gloves? UFC.
I'm retiring.
No, UFC.
Yeah,
he wore UFC gloves in the ring. Who let that happen? They didn't even put black tape on it. They didn't color it with a magic marker. They didn't do shit. They let him walk into the ring with black gloves with giant white UFC on it.
It's just like UFC. The best way to describe the UFC is now it runs MMA. It is MMA. People are like, do you watch UFC? Not do you watch MMA. It's kind of like, did you get some Pampers? Yeah. Did you get Kleenex? You know, Pampers, Kleenex. It's a brand, but everybody associates that with the product. Yeah. Comical, brash, and sometimes politically incorrect. The Uncut Sports Show. Non-traditional sports coverage delivered the way you like it by your uncensored co-hosts, Kevin White and George Bedford.